Now to our weekly story from the CBS News Confirmed team. The graphics have changed. The segment is now. People here at our network, these guys sort out the fact from the fiction. That's why they're the Confirmed team. And today we're talking about possible ban of TikTok. This could really happen, tied to national security concerns in these United States. People like that phrase. I do as well. Sources tell CBS News President Trump will consider a final proposal today for U.S. investors to take over the app. The deadline for TikTok to make a deal is set for Saturday. And if you're getting a little bit of deja vu, you've heard this before, it's because, yes, we did cover it back in January. At the time, some users migrated from TikTok to another Chinese app, RedNote. They call themselves TikTok refugees. Well, a recent report by the Atlantic Council's Digital Forensic Research Lab tracked the hashtag TikTok refugee and saw a massive surge in January. That migration to RedNote raised concerns about data privacy and propaganda on that app. Kenton Tebow, senior resident China fellow at the DFR lab, joins us now from D.C. So glad to have you here. So RedNote, refugees from TikTok are going there. How should we feel about that?
Well, it was really interesting. So at the first influx of users, we saw, an exchange of kind of benign cultural exchanges, cat memes, which is the universal language. But then very quickly, the CCP kind of picked up on this as a propaganda opportunity, especially as American users started to kind of share tales of economic hardship, needing to work 2 or 3 jobs to afford health care and housing. So the party really saw that as kind of both a global propaganda opportunity and also messaged that back into their own population because they're going through their own economic squeeze right now.
Yeah, the CCP referring to the Chinese Communist Party. So, Kenton, what should Americans keep in mind then when they're using these types of apps?
Sure. I'd say 2 things to kind of keep in mind. One is a censorship issue. So Chinese users on the platform are subject to very strict censorship requirements. So the very things that Americans are posting on the app are getting taken down by, Chinese censors when they come from Chinese users. Also, violations of these sort of censorship directives for a Chinese user, the penalties can range from anything from getting your account banned all the way, if it's sensitive enough, to getting detained, getting your family threatened, or even being disappeared. So that's one thing to kind of consider when you're using the app. You're not really getting a clear, full picture of what life is actually like. A second thing is sort of the data and security issue. The big debate with TikTok was the possibility of the party's access to American user data, even if data was stored on servers in the United States. But with RedNote, that's not even a question. The data is definitely stored in China, subject to Chinese law. The CCP can get that data anytime that they wish. Another kind of consideration is if you have the app installed on your phone, like other social media apps, they can track your location. They can even log your keystrokes and know what you're searching, even if you're not using the app. So those are some kind of considerations. Everyone has their own kind of threshold for this, but these are just things to definitely keep in mind when using the app.
Yeah, especially going from TikTok to another Chinese-owned app when that could be targeted in the future may not make the most sense. All right, Kenton, thank you so much.